Hey guys, welcome back to another cooking video with your one and only Claudiecooks in the kitchen. Woohoo! Today we are going to do another of my favorite comfort food, and that's fish and chips with a Caribbean twist to it. Well, I'm using Caribbean flavors in the batter. So let's get cooking. What are we waiting for? Woohoo! Okay, let's start by prepping the cod, right, because we're going to salt it. But I'm using one large piece of cod and I've cut it into 4 pieces. Let's start with salting the cod. Right, we're doing this because this helps to improve the flavor and it draws out excess water from it and firm the texture up. I'm just patting in the salt grains into the fish and I'm going to put that in the fridge whilst we prep the potatoes. I'm using King Edward potato. Here in the UK we use Maris Piper or King Edward to do chips. These kind of potatoes, they give it a really nice fluffy inside and crispy outside, and that's what we're looking for. Right, I'm just going to give that a little rinse. Okay, I'm just going to pat that off. Right, and I always start off by just cutting a bit of the potato off from here so we have a flat base to rest it on so it's not slipping about when you're trying to cut it. So I'm just going to make a few slices into it. This is the kind of thickness I've got here. This is what we're looking for, and of course you can cut them even smaller. Okay, so you get the gist of what I wanted to show you, how I cut my potatoes. Okay, we are going to do the batter now. Right, in this bowl I've got 1 cup of all-purpose flour and I've got 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which I've already sieved into the bowl. And now I'm going to sieve in a teaspoon of baking powder. And here is my little Caribbean twist to this batter. I've got 1/4 teaspoon each of chili powder, paprika, onion and garlic granules, Caribbean fish seasoning and curry powder. And we're going to pop that in the sieve as well. We're just going to sieve that through just to make things light and airy. We're just going to give this a little mix. And we're going to add 1 cup of sparkling water. And I must add, the water must be cold. Okay, and I've got here 1/4 teaspoon of jerk seasoning. Right, we're just going to give that a little mix. Bring it a bit closer. We don't want to over mix it because we want to keep the bubbles in it. We're going to set this aside until we're ready to fry the fish. Time to heat up the oil. I'm going to be heating this up to 180 degrees Celsius, and that's 355 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm using a neutral flavor oil. This is the one I'm using. Right, so we're just going to let that do its thing there on a low heat because we don't want to get it too hot so it scorch the fish and burn it before it's actually cooked. I will get back once it's time to fry the fish. Whilst the oil is heating up, let's prep the chips to get them into the air fryer. I've drained the water from the chips and now I'm going to dry them on a clean tea towel. Right, we're just trying to get off any excess moisture from the chips because it's going in the air fryer, and I'm going to coat them into some cornstarch. That's corn flour, and that helps to get the crispiness that we're looking for, as we're not frying them, but we're cooking them in the air fryer. Okay, so that this feels dry enough. Now we're going to transfer them to this plate. I'm just going to coat them with a bit of cornstarch. Okay, that one didn't want to go in the air fryer, so it's doing a bit of a run. It's like, no, at all. And there goes another one. These are nicely coated. We're going to set those to the side. We're going to preheat this to 190 for 3 minutes. Okay, the oil is ready for the fish, so let's get that sorted. Let's dip the fish into the butter. I'm gonna give it a double dip. Just going to drop off a little of the excess. Then we're going to take it over to the hot oil. And we're going to light away from you gently into the hot oil. Right, we're going to let those fry for about 10 minutes, but we need to flip them over in the process. And if one of them or a couple of them is bigger, you obviously give those a minute or so more in there. But we're looking for anything between 10 to 12 minutes to cook your fish perfectly. I'll see you back in a moment when I'm flipping those babies. Well, I've sprayed some of this oil in the heated air fryer, and now we're layering up our chips. There they are, in they go. Now we're going to put them on for 5 minutes. We're going to cook them at 180 for 5 minutes. Then we're going to flip them over, and then we're going to do another 5 and another 5 until we hit 20 minutes. So I'll see you once those are done. There we go. Time to flip the fish over. See you back when they're all done. Time to take the fish out. Doesn't that look yummy? Look at that. That's what we're talking about. Right, we're just going to leave them and let them cool down, and let some of the excess oil drip on a wire rack and some kitchen towel under there to catch any excess grease. And there's our air fried chips. They look really yummy. Hope they're nice and crispy. Let's try. Ooh, that's looking really, really good. Look at that. Wow, they're good. Okay, our chips are ready. I'm just gonna pour them in here. Right. Just put a bit of garlic granules, and I'm putting a bit of salt, a bit of black pepper. I'm just going to give them a good shake. Wow. Really lovely. Right, let's get plating up. And there you have it, guys. My fish and chips with a Caribbean twist, served with mushy peas, minty mushy peas, and tartar sauce. Enjoy.